Hi, everybody, and welcome to the training on the InventorySync platform. We're excited to have you on board and show you how InventorySync will make managing your inventory easier, faster, and more accurate. Beyond learning how to use the platform, the biggest takeaway from this video is understanding what InventorySync means for your business and how it can save you money. By using InventorySync, you'll waste less product, make sure nothing goes missing from shipments, and increase efficiency across all installer teams. At a high level, you'll soon be able to answer 3 key questions. 1, how do we waste less product? 2, how can we visually track inventory, users, and job activity? And 3, how do we understand expected versus actual costs for each job? Let's get started. To begin, open Microsoft Edge and navigate to your Hepner Sync login portal. During onboarding, users will receive a Hepner Sync login page URL, Hepner Sync organization username, and a Hepner Sync organization password. Once you're on the InventorySync homepage, you will see the option to enter in your username and password. Use your username and 6-digit password to sign in. Once you sign in, you'll see a welcome page with your name. The current InventorySync for Codings module is just one of the many modules you could have access to. Your organization can additionally add Data Sync, which is used for integrations, Analytics Sync, which is used for customized reporting, and Reach, which is helpful for B2B leads. For more information, please visit hepnersync.com. To get started, click directly into InventorySync for Codings to enter its main dashboard. As a quick overview of the dashboard, you can use the left-hand navigation bar to navigate in between tiles. You can switch quickly between tiles using the small icons without returning to the main dashboard each time. Use the back and home button at the top left-hand corner to navigate and log out anytime using the logout button in the top right-hand corner. Now, let's review what each tile does. Depending on your role, you'll see different tiles and permissions. Installers will see the inventory check-in and check-out tile and the job builder tile. The team lead will see the same view as the installer, plus the inventory management tile with limited access. The warehouse user will have full access to the inventory management tile, as well as the inventory check-in and check-out, and the job builder. The office user has access to every tile except for inventory reports. And of course, the admin has access to all of the tiles. We're going to start in the Admin Center. The Admin Center is your foundation. It includes the User ID Management, Job ID Management, and Preferences. In User ID Management, during onboarding, your team members and their roles will already be listed. To add someone new, click the New button in the top left-hand corner. This opens a new user request, so please fill in the information here and submit request, and our team members on Hepner Sync side will take care of it from there. You can also edit the user's email, ID, or role at any time using the pencil icon on the right-hand side. In later updates, the user email column will be renamed to username. At this time, to avoid confusion at the admin level, please note that where it says user email, it also means the same as the username. So as you can see, my username that I used to log in was a spot check, and it's listed as user email here, so you can use those interchangeably, but we will soon update the verbiage on the platform end. The user ID column is the display name that appears in records and historical transactions, like when people check items in and out, etc. In the job management tile, this records all of the current and previous and upcoming projects. Typically, the job ID originates from your company's CRM or sales platform, such as Builder Prime. Once the sale is completed, that job ID can be entered into the job ID management section. From this point, users can identify which job they're working on through their pick sheet and select the appropriate job ID when they are checking products in or out. Now on to the Preferences tabs. Preferences determine how your inventory is tracked. We have 2 different options to track inventory. We have Bulk ID and Unique ID. So Bulk ID is when items share one barcode and are tracked by total weight. This is great for faster processing, simpler data, and streamlined reporting. You can find some more information about bulk tracking on this page here. We also have Unique ID, which is when every item has its own barcode for precise traceability. This is ideal for audits, compliance, and accountability at the unit level. You'll set this preference during onboarding, but it's important to know how each one works as you go through the rest of the system. Now we will go into inventory management. So inventory management is where you create and organize all inventory items, from color and finishes to chemicals to supplies. Here you can add new inventory, edit or delete existing items, search by product, and export your lists. Everything you create here feeds the drop-down menus inside inventory records, ensuring consistency across your team. Quickly, I'm going to click into color and finishes and show you what this looks like. So you do have a list of all of your different products here with the category and their price per pound. This is great for tracking costs. You can add new items using the button in the top left-hand corner. Just fill out the product, the price per pound, and the color and finish category. Like I said, each of these items feeds a drop-down in the check-in and check-out and inventory records, so it's important to have everything in the system. Now let's move into inventory records. Inventory records is your live database of all products, barcodes, and usage. From here, you can add new barcodes, search by job or product, and see total stock and usage history. To add a new barcode, click New in the top left-hand corner above the column of other barcodes and products. You can then enter in the barcode number, then use the drop-downs to assign either the chemical, color and finish, or supplies. You then are able to select the location and the weight. Once you're completed with this step, select Save in the top right-hand corner. That record is now live and ready for checking in and checking out. There are two different search bars within inventory records. You can use the search bar above the barcodes to search for a specific product, or you can use the search items at the top of the screen to search for a specific job, status, or user. When you search by job ID, you can see what products have been assigned to this job, the full usage history, and who checked it out. For bulk ID, you'll see the current weight in stock, and for unique ID, you'll see whether the item is checked in or checked out. Inventory records lets you instantly track everything happening across your warehouse. Now we will move into inventory check-in and check-out. This is a tile that everyone in the company should have access to, as you're easily able to check out color and finishes, chemicals, and supplies for different projects, and you also are able to check items back in after use. Here's how you can check items in or out. You can start a few different ways, all of which are optimized for speed. Option number 1, you can use the search bar to find an item by barcode name or ID. When you click search, it automatically opens the item in edit mode. This reduces the amount of clicks needed to access the check-in and check-out process. The second option is you can scan the barcode of the item you're currently checking in or out on a phone or tablet. I don't currently have this pulled up on my end, but it will populate the item in the system without any of the manual searching. This feature is available to support crews doing multiple jobs per day. As a side note, the mobile app version is planned for release in late 2025 or early 2026. Once you find the item that you're searching for, ensure you are in edit mode either by clicking the pencil on the far right-hand side or ensuring that you can see the save and cancel button on the right side if it is set automatically to the edit mode. Inside the edit mode, please fill in whether you're checking the item in or checking the item out. I recommend doing this step first. Then you can enter in the weight that you are checking out. I'm going to do 500 pounds. Then you can find the job that you are checking out the item for, and the user will automatically default to whoever is signed in. Make sure to press save once you're completed. This automatically updates the inventory records so we know how much we have in stock and how much is checked out on a job site. When a job is complete, follow the same process to check the items back in, entering the remaining amount, the job, the user, and pressing save. I want to briefly bring you back into inventory management so you can see how the inventory record was updated. Inside inventory records, I'm going to search for the product I just checked out, which was Alex 10. Click Alex 10, and you should be able to see that this item was checked out for job R-09 under my name, the user, and you should be able to see how much weight is remaining. So we started at 6,000 and now we are down to 5,500 pounds. Inside inventory records, you're able to see what jobs the product was used for and the current weight in stock for bulk ID, or if the item is checked in or checked out for unique ID. As you can see, we are in bulk ID mode. Next, we are going to move to the inventory transactions tile, which shows a detailed log of all inventory activity. There are two different sections. We have product transactions and job transactions. So product transactions is a full record of all check-in and checkouts, and job transactions is everything that's happened for specific jobs. Inside product transactions, you can filter by location, status, user, and search by barcode. Once your filters are set, you can download any information using the download button in the top right-hand corner. This pulls it into an Excel file where you can further analyze the data. These reports are key for understanding efficiency. They help you see product usage versus expected quantities and identify where you're saving or wasting materials. I do quickly want to point out that the item I checked out most recently is shown here under product transactions. You can see that I checked it out for R-09 job under my username, and you can see the checkout times. So when I check this item back in, you will be able to see the check-in time and the weight as well. This section gives you a great breakdown of how much each project is using to ensure that they are being efficient. Job transactions is fairly similar, and it is used to track inventory usage and assignments across your operation. Use the left side of the screen to search by jobs, or click on specific jobs to view a list of what products were used for those jobs. You can see location, check-in, check-out weight, user, and more. This gives you a great breakdown of how much each project is using to ensure they are being efficient. Before we close out here, I want to do a quick recap of bulk ID versus unique ID. So bulk ID is faster processing, simpler tracking, and you're tracking the total weight of a product, where unique ID is item by item tracking for precision and compliance. I wanted to point out under inventory records that bulk ID does not have a check-in or checkout status. It will just show the total weight. If I switch to unique ID, which I will quickly do on the back end, you will be able to see an item status as checked in or checked out since it's per item. It also adds a trash option, which allows you to record discarded or used product accurately. That's a full walkthrough of InventorySync from setup and management all the way through reporting and transactions. Now let's revisit the 3 key questions that guide your inventory process and where to find each answer. So our first question was, how do we waste less product? So you can reduce product waste by knowing exactly where your materials are and how they're being used. Find this information in inventory records under inventory management or under the inventory transactions tab. Over time, this allows you to analyze usage patterns, showing your team what should have been used versus what was actually used. With enough data, you can identify trends, compare team efficiency. So for example, if team 1 is completing the same square footage with less material than team 2, then team 1 is going to be more efficient, and you can use that information to train staff and further decrease material usage, thus saving you money. The second question we had was, how can you visually track inventory, users, and job activity? The product and job transaction section give you full visibility across your warehouse and job sites, as long as you set up your jobs, users, and items properly. As a reminder, you can set up jobs and users under the admin center, and you can set up items under inventory management. When used consistently, the system becomes a single, streamlined dashboard for tracking everything happening in your operation. The third question we had was, how do we understand expected versus actual costs for jobs? By comparing materials you were supposed to use against what was actually used, you can track the true job cost. When pricing is entered correctly into the inventory management section, the system automatically calculates what you expected to spend versus what you really did, giving you clear job level profit and loss data. So as a final note, you can finally answer, how do you waste less product? How can you visually track inventory, users, and job activity? And how can you understand expected versus actual costs for jobs? By keeping your team consistent with check-ins and checkouts, InventorySync does the rest, giving you visibility, accuracy, and efficiency across your business. Thanks so much for watching, and we are so grateful to be your partner.